Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, and we've now rounded the corner. It's now into the month of November. So UTC offset time is 5 hours, and that means we're now into the new day by 1 hour. We're ready to pick up the sideband net here on UHF and VHF. Big question tonight is whether this net will continue on, whether it has valid value for experimentation, or it's just a nuisance that everybody feels. Anyways, so we'll stand by here. I'm going to be the net controller tonight. 446125 is the frequency, and we're on upper sideband. So stand by. Here we go. We'll kick it off. Good evening and attention all stations. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to the Sunday night sideband net here on UHF. We'll pop it on down to 2 meters in a little bit and do some comparative testing. But the big question tonight is whether this net is actually valid. Does it actually hold any experimental value for us, or is it just a net that we feel dedicated to, and it becomes a nuisance? Anyways, we'll look forward to everybody's input as far as that goes. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, stand by for any check-ins.
Victor Echo 3 Fox November India.
Victor Echo 3 Fox November India. Good evening, Sean. Good to hear you.
Thanks, Mac. I like the net. I don't get on the radio as much as I'd like to, but for what it's worth, I like the whole frequency drifting bit and trying to get the radio exactly on frequency. I know what you mean about almost like an obligation. I understand where you guys are coming from on that, but I do think that the net does have some merit, and it reminds us that the upper sideband stuff can go the distance when the other modes don't. So I'm in for maintaining the net, or at least maybe a compromise, reducing the frequency of the net, perhaps.
Yes, sir. Good input there, Sean. And that's why I initially took it down to once a month. And it's going to be the first Sunday of every month. Obviously, November 2nd is the first Sunday of November. So, all right. Thanks for your input there. And certainly it keeps us aware that our radios and our equipment is functioning on the sideband areas of this band. So I don't want to become a burden to the ham radio community and have them feel that they're obligated to check in with me. But I certainly appreciate your feedback.
Break on that. Do we still have the D-Star net by chance, or do we discontinue that?
The D-Star repeaters became a problem. YYZ, they had connectivity problems, and WYK, when it was relocated, they took it down off the CHCH tower. I'm not even sure that it's back up in operation and fully functional. So at its decline, Uwe from Toronto became the net controller for that on Thursday evenings.
Roger that. All right. Well, listen, Mac, I really enjoy the upper sideband net, and fortunate that I caught those radio waves today. Anyway, I'll let you move on to find if there's any other stations listening, but appreciate when you do it. Thanks a lot. VA3IMW back to net control.
Okay, thanks very much, Sean. It's good to hear from you. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey for the sideband net here on UHF 446125. Looking for any other check-ins and input.
VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf. VA3 BT. VA3 NFG.
All right, there's three more. So we'll start with Chris out of Dundas, VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf.
Good evening, everybody. VA3WPG. I'm going to say keep the net. I quite enjoy this net myself, so my vote is keep her going.
All right, QSL, very good. I hope everybody understands that I'm not trying to shirk duties or anything of that nature, but sometimes when somebody says, I have a net on at this time, I expect people to check in, and if you're missing, then, I don't want to be a burden to our ham radio operators. But thanks for your feedback, Chris. So appreciate that. We'll continue on with the monthly cadence if that meets everybody's expectations.
Yeah, I may not always be staring at my meter and going into signals check, but I am definitely listening, and I do enjoy this net, and yeah, I certainly say keep it going.
All right, very good. And let's bring in Albert, VA3BT.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody on frequency. Almost forgot this night. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah, keep it going, I guess. I'm going to go with the flow here. I'm home on weekends, so yeah, definitely check in here for sure. But yeah, I don't know, give some signal reports here. Kind of missed the beginning there, but anyways, you're coming at 30 plus. Sean was at S2, S1, Chris 7 to 8, and I didn't get NSG, so I'll get him on the next round or whatever. Anyways, back to you.
All right. Speaking of which, let's bring in Steve, VA3 NFG.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody on net here. Have you at a 9X unit, Mac? Chris, I think I have you at this peak in a 10 plus, and Albert, I have you between 9 plus and 10 over 9. So good signals by all. For those that have sideband capability on the radios, I think it's good practice to to try them out, keep them working. How are you going to know if it works if we're not practicing, at least once a month with it? Yeah, I'm fine either way, but I say we continue with it. That's my input there. Back to you, Matt.
All right, that's the kind of input that I was looking forward to. Like I said, I felt that at some point I was becoming a burden to the people that were checking in, and they felt obligated to check in with or without value. So certainly appreciate the feedback there, Steve. And yeah, I'm hearing loud and clear that everybody appreciates the opportunity to test out their radios and make sure that it's working on these formats. All right, thanks very much.
Yeah, not a problem. And the ones that are here and are using sideband are happy to use the other modes that their radio offers. So for sure. Okay, back to you, VA3IMW.
All right, that brings me to the bottom of the list. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, standing by for any further check-ins.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. There's a guy coming in with an S8 signal tonight.
Hey, good evening, Mac, and all on net. Pretty low signal on you tonight, Mac. I've only got you at about an S2, but everybody else seems to be around normal. Albert was an S7. No signal on Sean, by the way, VE3FNI. Hello, Sean. Hope you're doing okay. And no signal on him, but fully readable. And let's see, I think Chris was up there, S9 plus. And I think that's about it. And I agree with Sean. It's nice now that it's just once a month. so that's not a burden on anyone, I'm sure. And we do have a lot of other nets going on, so I think that was a wise choice. And VHF UHF sideband is a favorite of mine to see how some signals might not get across on FM, and I kind of like it. So back to you.
All right. It sounds to me like it's a resounding thumbs up for continuing on. Number one, with the monthly cadence, and certainly to make sure our equipment and the stations are working properly so that we can enjoy the sideband features of our radios. All right. The other part of it was the exclusionary content. That is to say, the other guys in Hamilton here that don't have radios that have the capability of sideband, they all have, they got to watch on YouTube, but nonetheless. I was just thinking previously, in previous years, we had some mobile guys that were up in Ajax and on the north side of the lake that were participating in our nets, so we could actually see who could hear who. But no, it's all good. All right, Chuck, certainly appreciate your check-in, and we'll be back here tomorrow, or back on ZOE tomorrow night to check in with you for the Oopsie Net. All right, Victor Alpha 3 Indy Mike Whiskey. Any other check-ins for 70 centimeters? Okay, nothing heard. So at this point, we'll prepare to QSY to 146.400, 146.400, also on upper side.
VA3FNI, if you're still on frequency, I forgot you were in there. I believe I got you at 8.5, almost 9 units, if you're still here.
Oh yeah, thanks for the report. You're coming in at S5, and I'm not.
Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey.
Go ahead.
All righty then. Okay, we're not going to take anybody in any particular order, so we'll just take check-ins in the order of power. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, standing by for any check-ins for our sideband net.
VA3 CJZ. VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf.
VA3 BT.
All right, there's Chuck, Chris, and Albert. We'll take them in that order. Starting off at the top of the batting order there. Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, very good, Mac. Giving you 50 watts tonight, and everybody's signal is up except for Chris. His signal is down below S9, but Albert's nice and strong up here, and so are you. They're probably around 30 over.
All right, the meter up here says 20 over for you, so definitely a benefit coming down to 2 meters. Very good. Thanks for your check-in tonight, Chuck, and looking forward to hearing your Oopsie Net tomorrow night. Let's bring in Chris, VA3 WPG.
Here with the long one for your count. I got you net control station S9. 73, everyone, and have a good week.
All right, Chris, 15 over S9 up here. And thank you again. Victor Alpha 3 Alpha Papa. I think that's right. I don't usually use your phonetics. Go ahead, Albert.
That's my other call, VE3APT. The one I use here is VA3VT, but either way,
Anyways, it's the same person. Yeah, you're 40 plus here. I got Chris at 9, and Chuck was hitting me at 20 S units here. That's it on my end here. We'll hand it back over to you there, Mac. VA3 BT.
All right, 40 over is both ways, obviously, because you live too damn close. All right, anybody else in the vicinity that wants to say hello? And there's that guy. He's competing with you, Albert. Come on back in, Steve.
Roger there, Mac. Yeah, I got in here a little bit late. I was just giving Sean F and I radio checks since I missed him in given signal strength there. But everybody's so far that I see is just about in the red or over the red. I think Chuck was almost 40 over, bouncing around 30 over. Albert was about 20 over, and Chris, I think, was about 10 or 15 over 9. So Sean V3F and I said he was going to give it a go, but no promises. So maybe we'll hear him in there. Maybe we won't, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, how was the RF back in the shack here? When I was in the car at this power on this frequency, I was getting RF in the car. What's it like here?
No worries. No problem there whatsoever. 20 over S9 and no RF back into the mic. Great signal.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I'm talking on 400.12. So I'm a little off, but it's okay. We can accommodate until I learn to go into this menu and make the changes. But anyway, okay, very good. I guess we'll send it back to net control there, Mac. VA3IMW, VA3NFT.
All right, let's take a standby and see if we can all collectively hear Sean from Toronto, VE3FNI, VA3IMW. I hear nothing as well. All right. Well, sometimes a noisy band is, even though it has better propagation, sometimes a distant station that has fairly good signal doesn't cut it. Anyways, we'll stand by and see if there's anybody else that wants to check in on the 2 meter side for the sideband net. VA3IMW, standing by.
VA3CJ's at recheck.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions. Number one is for Steve, NFG. Are you using the Yaesu 857, or is that the only HF radio you use? I thought you had a 7300, so I was just curious what radio he was on. And then after that, Mac, I have a question for you. Do you know why we don't hear Amnon checking in anymore? Did he go away for the summer, or do you know anything?
Well, I'll let Steve take your first question, and I'll come back with the other.
All right, Chuck, the 7300 is HF only, and the 857 is all band, all mode, as you know. But of course, silly me, that's because I don't own a 7300. All right, Steve, thanks. Yeah, no problems, buddy.
And as far as Amnon is concerned, he does pop up now and then, but he is dedicated to family situations. So I understand, without getting too far in depth, that his wife needs some attention, and obviously they have some dogs that are an ongoing concern. So I'm pretty sure that some of MNON's ham radio time has been diminished because of those two reasons.
Okay, all right. Well, I was just curious. It was brought up in a conversation during the past week there. I can't remember who brought it up, but all right, very good. Thanks, Mac.
Yep, QSL. And once in a while he pops up and we have a quick QSO, and he indicates that his wife needs additional attention that probably wasn't there in the past. Other than that, they have one or two show dogs that are part of their joint interest. So yeah, we'll take everybody when they're available. Just like Greg out in Simcoe, once in a while he pops up and gives us a wave. So yeah, thanks for your inquiries, and we'll make sure that next time MNON pops in, we'll pass along everybody's greetings. With that, any other check-ins for the 2 meter side of the sideband at VA3IMW? Standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I guess that brings this net to a close. Next occurrence of this once a month, every first Sunday of the month, would be December 7th. So looking forward to hearing from you all then. And in the interim, we'll look at any opportunities to hear you on the other check-in nets. 7-3s one and all, Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey.
One last question there. How's my audio? Is it on the hot side or is it good?
It's all good here. There, you sound just like yourself, and not louder or softer than the other check-ins.
All right, good enough. I'll take it. All right, Mac. Have a great rest of the evening, and everyone listening. Sorry we couldn't get in. We couldn't get Sean VE3FNI on 2 meters, but. That's just how it is for tonight. Maybe next time. Thanks for doing it, Mac. VA3CJZ.
Yep, I see Sean's post on the YouTube stream. Obviously, 2 meters a little bit noisy, so we'll look for another opportunity. 7-3s one and all. That brings the net to a close. Also, the video stream. That's how we say goodbye.